Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Quick to Learn. Today we will discuss about expert system in artificial intelligence. An expert system is a computerized programs that can be designed by to solve the complex problem. It can be solve very difficult problem and to provide a decision making ability means the expert systems can be decide their own what was the wrong and what was the right answer according to the user requirement, and they can be work as a human expert because human expert can talk about the what was the right and what was the wrong. It perform action can be performed by the expert system, and they can extracting the knowledge. They can extracting the knowledge from the knowledge base is the area where the all the knowledge and the information can be stored. It's also called the storage area. Using the reasoning and inference is the rules that can be used by the expert system according to the user query, because the user can input their query in user interface, and then the can user interface can extract the knowledge from the knowledge one and can give the answer according to the user requirement. So the expert system is a part of artificial intelligence, and the first expert system was developed by in the year 1970 was the year where the first expert system was developed, the first successful approach of human being, and it solved the most complex issue in decision making, because there was machine they cannot think their own. So this was the first approach in 1970 and making the first expert system. And the using the both, they can be work as a fact as well as the heuristic means they can think their own from their past experience as a human expert. It is also contain the expert knowledge of a specific domain. They can contain the knowledge from a specific domain and can solve any problem from the specific domain. So the performance of expert system is based on their knowledge, because the area where the knowledge can be stored is correct, then the expert system performance is improved, or where the expert system. So there is a diagram of expert system. There is the non expert means the user. Non expert system is user can input their query is user interface, and that user interface with can be extracting in the inference rule, because inference rule is the brain of that expert system. Inference engine we can say that, and this inference engine can be extracted from the knowledge base, and the knowledge base is an expert, and that can be given to their inference engine. Inference engine gives to the same as the user interference, and that the output should be provided. Output should be provided. This is the diagram of expert system. So some of the example of expert system, some of the example. So first is dendral is very common example when we use dendral in chemical analysis. So chemical analysis can be used dental. And the second is mycin can be used in bacterial infection. So the infection is spread by bacterial infection. And the Pexidus is used to determine the type determine the type and level of lung cancer. And one of the most important is cadet. Cadet is right there, the types, and it can be determine the early stage cancer. Determine the early stage cancer. There are the three components. There are the three main components. There are three main component. First is user interface. Second in inference engine, and the third is knowledge base. So user interface is the interface which provided by the user to interact the machine or the expert system, where the user can input their queries in the user interface and they can provide output from that same as the user interface. And the inference rule is the brain of expert system. They can extracting knowledge from the knowledge base and provided that knowledge from the user interface. And the knowledge base is the storage area where the huge amount of information can be stored. So characteristics of expert system. Characteristics of expert system. So first is the high performance. High performance means they can solve the complex problem as well very efficient manner. And the second is understandable, means they can the user can input the language and same output should be the same language, means they can be understandable by the user. And the third is reliable. Reliable means the output should be accurate, means they are the reliables. And the fourth is highly responsible, because they any complex or difficult problem can be solved by within a second. Within a second they can be solved by the expert system. So it's called highly responsive, sorry. सो थैंक यू गाइस, मेरे चैनल को लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब दोनों कीजिए एंड शेयर कीजिए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिए।